AP Environmental Science is based on a one-semester environmental science course and talks about the impact that humans and their decisions have on the environment and the consequences that we are all experiencing right now. Because this is impacting all of us every day, it's important for students to know what's happening and how their decisions can either help or exacerbate these situations. I think AP Environmental Science is the easy AP, and it's not an easy class, but I think it's easy if someone is looking for a one semester AP class. I think we work a lot on teaching college study skills, so I think it can help students with an entry-level AP class and also learn some study skills that would help them in college. There is no typical day in AP Environmental Science. So I do lecture very little. We do a lot of group work, so using manipulatives, we do a lot of multi-day labs. We go down the trails and check for, we investigate benthic macroinvertebrates to test water quality. We take a field trip to the wastewater treatment plant. Just a lot of activities. We do POGIL activities. So there's no typical day, and I think that is a benefit because it's not repetitious, and I think there's a lot for a lot of different learning styles. As I mentioned before, students really love going down the trails. Digging in the bottom of the stream and looking for macroinvertebrates is fun to see what we can get. There's a little bit of a competition to see who can get the most organisms. I think that one's a hit. We do a couple of labs, one where we look at algae and the impact of light levels on algae growth and therefore dissolved oxygen. We do another one where we look at soil bacteria and how different amounts of organic matter in the soil can influence the amount of cellular respiration that they do. So all of the very different labs, but I think students enjoy them. I think all science classes should be very hands-on. I think a lecture serves a point, or a purpose, but it is not my favorite way to teach, and I don't think most students learn very well from lecture. I mean, the research supports that. So we try to do a lot of hands-on things. It could be drawing on tables, it can be using manipulatives. Obviously, doing labs is important. Creating things, graphic organizers, review folders. It's helping students study in a way that they're not used to, but is highly effective. So the biggest project we work on is the energy project. So students are assigned a renewable or non-renewable energy source, and they teach the class for that unit. They also facilitate a current event around their energy type. And then the second project that we do that I think is one of the class favorites is the Sustainable Feast. So after the AP exam, we basically have a potluck, but students try to feed their classmates in a sustainable way. And so they prepare a dish, and the project part is explaining how it is or isn't sustainable. So I hope that they learn critical thinking skills. That's the big one. But also the other thing that I emphasize are study strategies. Most students study by staring at a binder and turning pages, and they think that that's effective, and it's not. So we work on making graphic organizers, synthesizing our information for a unit in a review folder, and that allows, that's a strategy that students can use in any class. And I hope that they take that to college and use it successfully there. Important. I think students have been studying environmental science through their careers, right? In New Jersey, we're very lucky in that there are climate standards in every class at every grade level. So it's incorporated into phys ed, it's incorporated into art. So that's really important, but I think what a lot of classes don't do that APES does is talk about the consequences, right? So it's not just greenhouse gases are bad, but this is what's happening because the amounts of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere are increasing, and this is what your life might look like in 20 years or 50 years. I think you should take APES if you're interested in science, politics, economics, or all three, and you want to learn good study strategies, and you want to be in a class where every day is a little bit different, and you are constantly talking and thinking about our world.